I'm Teeds, how's it going? We got some spicy leaks today from our Chico Eevee, our main data miner and leaker for Pokemon Unite. It seems this may just be like our next defender, which is long overdue, or at least a defender that's going to be in Pokemon Unite at some point. It's been about a year, trainers. A year since we got a defender, or already been a year, I have no idea, but I know it's like in January since our last defender came out. First, a disclaimer, this is just leaks and data mines. Things can change until officially announced by Pokemon Unite themselves. Please take it with a grain of salt. As you can see, only 53.2% of you are subscribed. We've smashed that 52% goal. Let's see if we can reach 55% and I'll be sure to keep you updated. I am also doing a giveaway for Dragapult, and to enter that, all you have to do is answer, out of the Pokemon that have been mentioned in this video, who do you want to see most in Pokemon Unite? Let me know in the comments down below. I also will be doing a giveaway on Twitter as well, so that link will be down below too if you'd like to have an extra chance on winning Dragapult. Our Chico Eevee tweets, if I'm right, next pseudo-legendary Pokemon to join the game will be Goodra! Goodra is a dragon type from Generation 6. The cool thing though is that Goodra also has a Hisuian form, which is Steel and Dragon. No idea what form it will be if it comes to Pokemon Unite. There is a chance for it to be Hisuian, just like Ninetales is in its Alolan form. Goodra evolves from Sliggoo, or its Hisuian form, Sliggoo but Hisuian. Look how freaking adorable it looks, and I really hope this is coming to Pokemon Unite because I would love to play as Sliggoo. I also like to apologize if I'm saying these names wrong. I am very bad at pronunciations. But before it becomes Sliggoo, we also have Goomy. Now Goomy is also very cute, but I don't know what it is. I just really like how Sliggoo looks. I don't know why. I think it's because I had like a little pet snail when I was a little kid. When I was really young. But you do start off as Goomy, and Goomy is just also mega adorable. Goodra is said to be friendly natured. When it grows close to someone, it will hug them and leave them coated in slime. Kinda gross. Here's the stats for Goodra. It has a ton of special defense, and its Hisuian form has a ton of special and normal defense. Got pretty low health and it's got low speed. I feel like this Pokemon would be a defender if it comes to Pokemon Unite. What do you think, trainers? I will just be guessing what the roles may be based on the stats of the Pokemon from Bulbapedia. Just let you know that. So if you have a different answer, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Our Chico Eevee also shares some more leaks about what one of the next Pokemon can be in Pokemon Unite as well. Though he does say take this specifically with a grain of salt, as these next leaks are just based on what our Chico Eevee thinks it is on the data that he has. So we have Chandelure. Chandelure is a ghost and fire type introduced in Generation 5. It represents literally a chandelier, and the crazy thing about it is that its flames do not burn their victims physically, rather it burns their victims' spirit. Now that is super creepy. Chandelure has 3 stages. Litwick, literally the cutest candle I've ever seen in my entire life. Maybe I don't really see cute candles. I would love to have this as merch in my room because, like, look at this candle. I need this as a candle in my room. Can you imagine playing as Litwick? This has to be one of the cutest Pokemon I've ever seen in my life. It then evolves into Lampent and then into Chandelure. Based on its stats, this Pokemon has very high special attack and everything else is pretty low, so this is giving me very attacker vibes. I could see Chandelure come to the game at some point as it is one of the more popular Pokemon, and if you haven't seen my video yet on it, which will be linked down below as well, a lot of the Pokemon from my video have already made it to the game, so I wouldn't be too surprised if Chandelure also made it. It's actually insane how much Pokemon based on this list, so like Pokemon Unite brings Pokemon into the game based on this list. It's been proven more and more as time goes on. So again, if you haven't seen that and you want to see what Pokemon have a chance, like a high chance to come to the game, it will be linked down below. The next one our Chico Eevee said it could be is Tropius. Tropius is a dual grass and flying type Pokemon introduced in Generation 3. As a kid, I thought this Pokemon was so freaking cool because I loved dinosaurs as a kid, and it looked like a long neck. If you watch The Land Before Time, you know what I mean. But it looks like a long neck. The interesting thing about Tropius is that it grows fruits around its necks, and then the fruits can be consumed by other Pokemon and humans. Based on its stats, it's pretty rounded out in all of its stats. It's got super low speed and average everything else. Like, this is very all-roundery, so it's giving me very all-rounder vibes. I would say with how even everything is looking, I like imagine how more all-rounder you can get with the stats here. Next Pokemon our Chico Eevee thinks it may be is Inteleon. You guys, I love Sobble. I think Sobble is so cute. I'd love to play as Sobble specifically. Sobble evolves into Drizzle, who just looks super edgy and is going through a phase, mom, and then evolves into Inteleon. Inteleon was introduced in Generation 8. It also has a Gigantamax version, which looks super sick in my opinion. I don't think we will ever see that in Pokemon Unite, at least anytime soon. Based on its stats, it has a very high special attack and high speed. So from these stats, I would say it will be a special attacker speedster, which I'd love to see in the game. I really hope they bring like all the starters from every generation to the game at some point because I think that would be really cool. I would love to see Fuecoco and Sprigatito, I love them. And Quacks, okay, all of them. I just want to see all of them. Okay, before I go trainers, I have one more leak and it's not from Alchico Eevee, but this one I want you to take with a massive grain of salt. I was messaged by one of my friends who asked if I have seen a recent leak he came across. It is not from Alchico Eevee. I need to stress that because Alchico Eevee is our most reliable source of leaks at the moment. But apparently, on the Japanese side of things, someone leaked a defender or the next defender that can be coming to Pokemon Unite. I'm just going to put this out there just in case it is true and it comes true, etc. Because that would at least make this leak more credible in the future, and that means I can look into the leaks more often if it does come true. But as I said, it's not Alchico Eevee. It's not the most reliable source of information yet. Please take it with a massive grain of salt. But because it's from the Japanese server, I'm very interested to see if they have some different information that we get. I have no idea. But apparently 2 moves were found in the data mine, which included a moveset that only 2 Pokemon of all the Pokemon can use. So we have Lycanroc and Sudowoodo. But this moveset includes Wood Hammer, which eliminated Lycanroc, but before they saw Wood Hammer, it was Lycanroc and Sudowoodo. So that means Sudowoodo could be coming to Pokemon Unite as a defender. This doesn't mean Goodra is not coming. If both of these Pokemons come to the game and they're both defenders, it would just be at different dates probably. What do you think about Sudowoodo being in the game if it's true? I think it would be very funny having Sudowoodo and Trevenant both as defenders in the game because they're both trees. Sudowoodo has very high defense, but low special defense, still can be a defender. Everything else is pretty low average, so I would love to see Sudowoodo. I think it'd be really cool. I'd also love to see Lycanroc in the game at some point as well. I think Lycanroc would be such a cool Pokemon to have in Pokemon Unite. Yeah, that is all the leaks I have for today, trainers. Let me know in the comments down below what you think it could be. I'd love to see your answers down below. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you for the next one. Feel free to subscribe if you're about to be notified. Bye!